What's up, guys? I'm LQ. This is the LQ Review. Thank you so much for joining me right here at my YouTube channel. This is where we talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we'd love to talk about. Movies, video games, comic books, TV shows, and fun fact. We are 3 episodes into Superman and Lois. 3 episodes. That's normally as many episodes as I give a CW show. Usually I say 3 episodes, that's it, and I'm out. Because the CW sucks. It is so bad. I always say the CW is the lowest form of comic book entertainment out there. But here we are. 3 episodes into Superman and Lois. I'm into it. I'm invested. This has been a great 3 episodes so far. And it is just a different look at Superman. It's a different live-action version of Superman than we've gotten before. This has taken Superman out of Metropolis. It's taken Superman out of bachelorhood, and it's taken Superman out of not being a parent. He's a parent now. He's a parent to 2 teenagers. He's a husband. He doesn't live in Metropolis now. He lives in Smallville. They've taken him out of that arena that we're so familiar with him in, and they've put him over here. And normally, whenever I hear people say, "Hey, we're going to take this character you love, and we're going to put him into a situation that he's not familiar with, that we're not familiar with seeing him in the situation," I always get nervous. I'm always like, "Great, they don't understand the character. They don't understand what makes that character important. They don't understand what makes Superman important, or what makes Superman Superman. They don't understand what makes Superman tick." I always get real nervous. And I got nervous when I found out that this episode was, or this Superman was going to be operating out of Smallville. I got nervous. But so far it has worked, because it works as a father-sons television series. It just so happens that this father is Superman, and this mother is Lois Lane. And the kids, one of them has superpowers and one of them doesn't. That is a situational storytelling. That is situational storytelling that is interesting. Something we have not had before. Yeah, like I said, we've had some of that in the comics before. Superman had, John is a teenager in the comics right now. But in live action, other than Superman Returns, which Superman wasn't really dad in Superman Returns. He was the biological father, but he wasn't dad. Other than that, we haven't had live action Superman daddy. And now we do. and I'm really digging this. And what I really dug about this episode 3, was, and we've got this whole villain storyline going on. With Morgan Edge, with Lex Luthor from an alternate dimension, the minions that they've got working for them. We have this whole thing going on, and that's fine. And I don't hate that. I don't hate this villain storyline that's happening over here on the side. What I'm really invested, though, as the main storyline, is father and sons. And they're doing that so well. This episode saw Superman's one son with the superpowers. He signed up to play football. And, that takes me all the way back to Superman 78, right? We saw young Clark Kent, high school age Clark Kent telling his dad, "Every time I get the ball, I can score a touchdown. Every time." And Jonathan Kent says, "Son, you are here for a reason. I don't know what that reason is, but it's not to score touchdowns." And it took me back to that. And this is a scenario where I'm like, okay, can I imagine this version of Superman's dad telling him this? And how would this Superman process that based on what he knows from Jonathan Kent, his dad, and what he knows now through his own experiences having superpowers? This is good storytelling. This is layered storytelling. Whether they were intentionally doing that or not, which I gotta believe that they were, this is good layered storytelling where Superman has to evaluate himself. Clark Kent is sitting here doing a self-evaluation. Okay, could I have actually pulled this off without hurting anybody? And I'm sitting here feeling, okay, this kid's gonna hurt people. He's gonna hurt people. So I find this all fascinating so far. The way that he's fitting in, using football as a conduit for fitting in, and I know a little bit about doing sports to fit in. I that's kind of what got me out of my shell in junior high, was getting involved in sports, and I've been involved in sports ever since. Ever since junior high, I've been involved either as an athlete or as a coach, and and I understand what sports can do for somebody, getting them out of their shell and putting them in a situation where they can now socialize. They can hone their leadership skills. They can hone their social skills. They learn what it means to be a part of a team. Guys, there's some good stuff happening here in Superman and Lois. And I'm really enjoying the ride so far. And I hope that they can keep it up. Like I said, I am not a fan of the CW, and I've got little confidence, very little confidence that they're going to keep this up. This is too good. This is too good a storytelling for the CW. I'm cringing at the thought at the different ways that they could ruin this. And they've got such a great thing going so far. And I'm just afraid. You get powers, and you get superpowers, and you get superpowers. Everybody gets superpowers. Here's superpowers for everybody. I'm nervous about that. And I don't want to see that happen. I want it to kind of stay at its heart, father-son storyline, or a parent. We don't need to get cut Lois out. She's in the title, Superman Lois, parents and children. That type of story, and that's what it needs to stay at its heart. We can have the villains over here, the villain of the season. We can have that. That's fine. But at its heart, this needs to stay a family movie or a family show about this family, this unique family. And if they can keep doing that, I'm gonna be happy. We don't have to expand into this guest hero of the week. We don't have to have Jamie Reyes or Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle coming in one week. We don't need to have Vigilante coming in one week. We don't need to see Deadshot coming in one week. We don't need to see all these guest characters coming in as being the guest character of the week in I just almost said Smallville. In Superman and Lois, because that's not really the type of show this is so far. This is a family show, and that's what I want it to stay. So, guys, I'm really shocked. Like, legitimately, I'm having to eat some humble pie here, because for the last few years I've been trashing the CW, but I evaluate each show based on its own merits, and I've hated almost everything the CW has done. This has been good. This has been good, and I stand by that, and I will stand by that until it's not good. And I still feel like that day's coming. So what did you think of Superman and Lois episode 3? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your take on it. While you're down there, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I put out a lot of content, and I want to make sure that you're up to date with everything that I'm doing. And as always, thank you so much for joining me right here at the LQ Review, where we get to talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we love to talk about. Until next time, we'll see you guys later.